Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go over the process it took me to start getting the approval for my gastric bypass surgery that I will be having tomorrow. The first thing I did was reach out to my insurance and ask for information on if gastric bypass is covered, and it was. So I followed up with that by finding a provider that was approved by my insurance, because my insurance is strict about who can perform the surgery. So I did that, and I set up a consultation with the doctor that was at the hospital that I wanted to be at. And I went and they weighed me. We talked about why I wanted to have surgery and, everything that affects whether or not you can have the surgery done. So he agreed that it was a good choice for me. We agreed that bypass would be easier than like a sleeve or the lap band, because those tend, for some people, they tend to work and then stop working, or the people will get comfortable and start eating the way they ate before, and they have to have a revision done. So following that, we set up my everything for my insurance. I needed a psych evaluation. I don't know if this was insurance or just him, but I was fine with it. They needed an EGD, which is an endoscopy. And then they needed nutrition classes. Nutrition classes vary insurance to insurance, but we'll get into that in a minute. So first we did the psych eval, and that was a lengthy survey about myself. It was asking questions about different things. I wish I could remember some of the questions because they were so ridiculous at times. I was like, what? But whatever. But so after I did the survey, I had a virtual meeting set up with a psychiatrist that they use, and we went over my answers. We went over why I wanted to do this and all the stuff that they need to know that I'm mentally okay to do this. And I was. So next process was I needed a COVID test, my first nutrition class, and my EGD. Got my COVID test first, which we all know how that goes. And then we did my nutrition class next, and that went well. I don't know if all places do this, but they gave me a whole book that they make for us to help us with, it has, the first thing we went over was preparing for surgery, which it has shopping lists. You're definitely going to need measuring spoons, measuring cups, but then you may want to buy a food scale. Let's see what else they have on here. A mesh strainer, water bottles, which, by the way, they do not want me using straws because straws can trap air in your stomach. So I have to be careful with what water bottles I get. Small bowls and plates, because you're eating way less with this. My stomach is going to only hold about 4 ounces of food after this. So did that first class, then went for my EGD, and they checked everything in my esophagus and my stomach just to make sure everything was okay enough for surgery. And then they didn't tell me, but I have a hiatal hernia that they found. So everything was good enough for surgery there. So then we went to just nutrition classes after that. That's all I needed. And at this point, I didn't know how many I would need. So I went to my next one in January, where we discussed the 10 days before surgery. I could only have 800 to 1,000 calories a day. 60 to 80 grams of protein is what they wanted me to make sure I also got. And then 32 ounces of clear fluids. So calorie-free fluids, my bad. And then that was for days 10 through 4. And then 3 through 1, it was 500 to 600 calories, no solid foods. Fluids should be sugar-free, and then protein shakes. I am on my last day of liquid diet, so tomorrow is surgery day, guys. I'm pretty excited. But before we get to that, we get to the next dietitian class. My last one. I found out that I only needed 3. And we talked about after surgery. For 2 weeks, I'm going to have to be on full liquid. And it's going like, hold on, let me find the page really quick so I can read you this schedule. They want me to alternate every 2 hours between, like, it's 1 hour for 20 minutes. I work on eating. It's liquid, so it's not exactly eating, but they don't want me eating or drinking too quickly, just because it can upset your stomach and cause vomiting and whatnot. So I have to try to make that whole 4 ounces last the whole 20 minutes so that I don't get sick. And then the next hour, I work on my hydration. They want me to work on drinking water. So there's that. That's the first 2 weeks. So then we talked about phase 2, which is after the 2 weeks, as long as I'm handling the liquid diet well. If I'm not, I may have to go another week of it. That will, that's something we'll cross when we get there. Week 3, hopefully, is moist to mushy foods for 2 to 3 weeks after the liquid diet. Anything that falls apart, like chicken, I can cook it in an instant pot and have it falling apart. Probably like macaroni and cheese, which probably isn't a good thing to start with anyway, but it's just mushy came to mind. But stuff like that. That's the type of food they want me to eat. And then, like, this is like scrambled eggs, tuna, yogurt I can eat, baked fish, things like that that are going to be easy on my stomach to digest. So that is the whole nutrition part pretty much. And one thing I do want to note that I learned that I feel is important is she told me that we tend to eat until we're full, whereas we can actually just eat until we're not hungry anymore. We don't have to have that full filling. And we would probably be doing a lot better. And I started doing that, and I was eating less. Well, now I'm eating way less, but But yeah, if I seem a little tired and circles under my eyes and stuff in this video and the future videos, it's probably because I'm not eating a ton, especially right now. I'm hungry. I'm not gonna lie. One thing that to note about the nutrition part is, like, the nutrition class part, is every entrance is different. You may have an entrance that is like mine, where it's 3 classes over 3 months. Someone else may have 6 classes, but their 6 classes may be to where they can take them anytime, and they can do them 6 weeks in a row and have their surgery. So it's really important just to find out what your insurance does as far as that's concerned. Now we're just waiting for surgery, and I just want to do these videos and maybe help someone else decide that, yes, I want to at least check into weight loss surgery. Like, you don't have to do it. You can at least just go find out what it's about. See if the doctor feels like it's something that would be good for you. Because some people have conditions where it's really hard to lose weight on your own. Some people just struggle, period. Losing weight, I know it's hard for everyone, but for some people it's just harder than others. Like, I have PCOS, and while it doesn't keep me from losing weight, it does seem like it's harder for me. But that's, of course, not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for health reasons so that I can be healthy. I've stated before that my dad had a lot of complications with diabetes and stuff, and it runs rampant in my family. So, trying to nip this in the bud now. But if you are someone that struggles, just keep it in mind. I used to say that I probably wouldn't go that route, and here I am. My brother just started his journey today. He went to the doctor to get the process going, and I'm so happy for him. I'm excited for him. I feel like it's something that we need to do, not just for ourselves, but for our children. So if we can do it, you can do it. But that's really all I have right now. Surgery's tomorrow, like I said, so I may not update for like a week. From what I read, the first few days are the hardest, and some people even go back to work after a week. So hopefully I can update by then. At this point, I'm just rambling, so I'm going to go and prepare for surgery. But until next time, I will see y'all in the comments. Bye.